All right, today let's talk about a context menu helper that I've set up here with keyboard-maestro. So I can click the menu key on my keyboard to be able to get the context menu. And that's instead of needing to right-click on the item. All right, so first up, I've got a script here. Pretty simple script. It reaches out to find the frontmost app. It grabs a process for that. And then it talks to that process with AppleScript, tells that process to take the focused UI element, for example, a text box, and then perform an action called AXShowMenu, which is your context menu. And so right now, since I'm sitting inside of a text area, if I hit the menu key, I get the context menu, just the same as I get if I right-clicked inside of this text box. And so simply running this script then will invoke whatever context menu is applicable to whatever selection exists inside of an application. And of course, that's for the frontmost app. All right, so that's how the script works. Now, over inside of keyboard-maestro, I created a macro here for the menu key. And then I set up a trigger. This is triggered whenever I press the menu key. Now, it doesn't show here like if I pressed L, you'd see that. However, when I hit the menu key, you can see it's blank. So it doesn't matter that it's blank, it'll still work as long as you hit the right menu key. And then I added an action here for an Apple script. And inside of that, I just pasted in the script that we just tested out. And by the way, I should say that the macro, it's sitting inside of my global macro group. That way this can always run. And so that means if I come over to Finder here, I can arrow down to a folder and just hit the menu key and I get its context menu. If I don't want that one, come down to a different one, menu key, and there's the context menu there. It's a huge time saver versus needing to drag your mouse around to open up a context menu. Now it's not going to work everywhere. For example, if I select a macro and hit the menu key, it doesn't show it. However, it tends to work pretty well with both Finder and then any sort of text area, like right here inside the AppleScript editor. So this is just a first iteration. I also have some code in here in the macro to check and see if I'm using a remote desktop. That way, if I'm working with a Windows machine, I just forward the keystroke. And then I have a few ideas for how I could extend this in the future. I haven't really run into that many problems, so I'm not that worried about making it more robust. However, if you've done something like this before and you have some ideas for how this could be improved, reach out, I'll take a look at it, and I'll even make a follow-up video.